want to discuss today is something to do with time. Um, Time that was spent. Well, I'm just going to basically tell you where I'm at with my transition of where I was and what I'm transitioning to. For a couple of years, I really didn't have much of a job. What I did was just focus on some of my online businesses and products and stuff. And I was just taken back by a lot of personal things that I was going through and experiencing. And it took me a good amount of time to really piece things together and wake up to what needs to be done. I think a lot of people go through that. Some people they get maybe in a rut for a month or two, or maybe a year. Some people get in a rut in a lifetime. But fortunately, I was able to get out of a situation personal situation that I'd gone through. And in that transition, while I was kind of down, I continued to work, but just not for no one. I worked for myself, tinkering with ideas, building stuff online, and 45-hour job. But I'm taking those funds and directly putting them into my ventures. And that was the key ingredient that I was missing throughout the years, was financing. And I didn't ask for financing. I spent so much time in preparation, that just a little bit of money in the right place will go a long way. But if I didn't have that time to myself and to my thoughts and to building what I want to build, I don't think that the money would have helped. So in conclusion, plan, plot, strategize, get money, put it towards your ideas. And once your ideas start coming to pass and you put the money that you've been working for towards your business, that's when you have to work double hard. You have to work when you get off work. You have to work. Your work starts when you get off work of your regular job, and you put your money into your business. That's when your work begins. And that's where I'm at right now. That's why it takes a non-stop grind to get to where you need to go. And that's it for now.
Ace Cash Express. Your trust since 1968.
Hello, YouTube. So today, my off day. So I wrote a list of things I have to do. Here's the list. It consists of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, around 13 different things I have to do today. I'm fighting a couple of different cases, not necessarily criminal cases. They're not criminal cases. They're just cases that I have to result with, like to get my license back, to get family members. Well, this one family member in particular who they're holding from me. I have to go to court to get them back. And here's the documents that I keep with me, and business documents. I keep everything separated in this binder. So anyway, so basically what I was saying was you gotta work possibly a regular job, because most of the time you'll be starting off with not much. So you got to work, and then work whatever your business is. And that's basically what people do um, in terms of success, but financial success. But that could take a strain on relationship um, because you're chasing money 24/7. There's not a lot of spouses that appreciate that. Um, you know, it's pretty difficult. You know, today I seen this guy and his girl and his family, and he had some nice stuff, nice truck, brand new, all this stuff, but you know, when he gets out, he has a whole mob with him, you know, and you know, to me, how you move is important. Like, I don't know how to put it, like, my motivation to get money is solely based on freedom, you know, and not getting money because necessarily your spouse got, you know, money and y'all have two incomes, so y'all able to buy nice stuff. And it's like, I guess that's cool, you know, if that's your thing, you know. But, you know, I think that's kind of lame, you know. I'm on the hustle to have things, but also have my freedom. You know, I don't want to have things, but then can't do nothing. Like, what's the point in that? You know, I don't know if I'm expressing myself right on that, but I mean, money without freedom, what's the point? That's what I'm trying to say. You know, but anyway, next time I'll be vlogging. I'll be in California. Go visit some family out there. I'll stay out there for a little bit. Gets a little too hot heat wise in Houston, Texas. You know, I don't like staying here too much in the summer. It's so hot, you know. Can't even be outside in midday for 5 minutes. That's not good. But you know, I live in pretty much both cities, Houston and San Diego. I have a car here and a place here, a car there and a place there. You know, every time I go to the city, I try to get more established, you know, with better stuff, I guess, you know, when I go, so I could be completely independent in both cities. Is you know what I'm going towards, to have complete independence. That's important to me. Especially, you know, when I get over there, I might have to get a little job also, but that's not going to stop my hustle on what I'm doing. I've designed those tablet holders. I put it in a couple of restaurants in Houston, and then I have this software that I'm selling. Works off. It's just the software that I sell to restaurants. I created that and sold it. So in my position, I seen like I created stuff just like anything else. Like, I might create music, or I might create a book, or I might create a painting, or create a dish, or create software, or create a stand, or whatever I create. I tend to that's what I sell, is what I create, and that's important. You know, our ancestors, they would farm and create produce, or farm and breed animals and sell that, you know. So it's all in the line of creation and selling and trade. If you're not creating nothing,
Um, even if you're not creating nothing, even if it's creating a client base or creating a client base or creating customers, you got to be creating something. These lower level jobs and even these higher level jobs, they're not for me. They might be for some people, but for me, it's all about creating and selling, just like our ancestors did. They created whatever they created, whether it's crafts, whether it was, um, stalls or whatever they created. That's what they sold, and I think it's important to stick with that. And looking at the lines of what I do, I just basically just create, imagine, create, and sell. You know, and and I chose things, to do so. You could do it so greatly with the internet, so many outlets. At first, with my first vlog, if you remember, I drew the cups and I drew a locker for delivery. I didn't really end up doing those. I created another thing, which is the stand, which is what you're seeing now. On the next, I'll show a picture of it, and it was just an idea that I had, and now I have something that I create fairly inexpensive, and I sell it at a decent profit, and I could sell it through all the outlets. You can find it now. It's I named it Uber Stand. It's mainly for restaurant tablets to hold them in place. It's not that big of a thing, but there's a lot of restaurants that could potentially use them. And also the software, it's a niche for restaurants, but essentially some restaurants could use them. So, but it's all about creating something and getting out there and selling it. You know what I mean? And that's important. But outside of that, as far as with the vlogs, what I want to do is create an online university, and it's going to be called the University of Life or Hustle University, one of the two. And I'm going to have a 20 videos, around 30 minutes a piece for each category. So I'll have 20 videos, 30 minutes a piece for each category of different hustles, right? And the hustle could be talking about how to survive as a student. The hustle could be as if you want to choose waitering as a hustle. The hustle would be if you wanted to choose rapping or producing, or just I'll have probably around 10 different hustles, and some of them will be how people survive financially through dual income relationship. I'll go into buying and selling vehicles, or just all kinds of different hustles, and in detail. And I'll do that mainly just for fun, I guess, for recreation. I don't know, just to do it, I guess.
Hey movie fans, I'm Brandon, your host for All Things Movie, and I'm here to tell you about Nudie, the latest augmented reality movie experience like no other, played right here on the big screen. Download the Nudie arcade app and get ready because your chance to play is right on the phone.
I've seen two movies, do a quick movie review, two quick movie reviews. Aladdin, I've seen Aladdin, and I give that a 3 out of 5 stars. And I've seen The End Game. We give that a 5 out of 5. First off, about Aladdin, they had a couple of good scenes in there when he got the what's that? When he got the lantern, the little thing that the genie was in the beginning when he first got it, that when he was showing who he was. that part was cool. That part was cool. And how he found the girl that he liked, but he had to get his he basically had to get his money right with it, which was cool. Oh my God. So he found the princess where but he had to get his money right first. That's what I liked about it. It was a good story. Had a lot of good animation on it. The tiger was super cool. Of course, Will Smith, he really made it. He would look cool, buff like that, if he was really, that big. Will Smith would be cool, kind of buff like that, no homo. But anyway, so and of course, Endgame. What I liked about Endgame was that the guy with the Iron Man, when he made it back to Earth, and he was with his wife and his kid, and then he had to go make a decision to whether he help his friends out to get that time machine, or stay very, very safe and comfortable where he was. And he chose to ride and do what he wanted to do, what he considered exciting and live, and I guess he didn't want to be bored, because she was talking about like fertilizer and shit, and then he was like, fuck that, I'm gonna go build a time machine. Cost him his life, but that was fucked up. But I mean, I respected the fact that he went out doing what he wanted to do. So that's what I got from Endgame. And then from Aladdin, to get his girl, he had to get some shit right. He had to get his money right. So those two things I got from those movies, and that made it pretty dope. So Aladdin, 3 out of 5, Endgame, 5 out of 5.